So the Chofetz Chaim, the great sage, says that a person should have tmimut, wholehearted simplicity, and believe that everything is for the good. And if he does have that faith, then in the end, he will certainly see with his own eyes that those things which he perceived as bad were in truth great blessings and kindnesses from Hashem. It seems like we're just we're talking about this all the time. All the time. This is probably the number one theme, at least for me, in the entirety of the fellowship. Gam Zula Tova, this too is for the good. Why? Why do we need to be repeating it all the time? Why do I need to have strings on my garments and a mezuzah on my door and make blessings after I use the restroom? Why? Because this world is such a persuasive and masterfully created mask and illusion. And it's our job through the tree of life, the Torah, to be able to connect with Hashem on the deepest level through the illusions of this world. And that is by knowing that we're walking with Hashem, that everything he does to us is for us, is with us. And so Rav Biederman actually brings a famous verse as a demonstration of this truth from Psalm 23. Right, Psalm 23, Gam ki elech begeit salmavet lo irara ki ata imadi shiftecha mishantecha heman yenachamuni. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Right, shiftecha umishantecha. Your rod, which we know is Hashem's rod of correction, of discipline, of punishment. And mishantecha, mishan is to lean on, right? It's his staff. That's when Hashem is holding us up, when he's supporting us, right? They're two opposite things. But both of these things, King David is saying, both the painful punishments as well as the revealed kindness and compassion and support, hema yenachamuni, they are both a comfort to me. They're both a comfort, right? Let that sink in. King David is saying that even his punishments, ideally, they're a comfort to him, because, both because he knows they are for the good, but also because he knows that Hashem has his eye on him. He is deeply involved with him and engaging with him. You see it in children. I remember Jordan Peterson was once talking about how his 2-year-old son would constantly repeat behavior for which Jordan was seriously reprimanding him and scolding him, and he was doing the behavior again and again. And then he realized something that I found so powerful. I'll let him say it here. Here's how he says it.
Who you're talking to, like open reception of the message they're receiving, right? It's just that, and kids love this, right? One of the things kids are doing all the time is testing you to see if you're paying attention. And they will modify their behavior in any way imaginable to get attention. It's because there's no difference between attention and love, by the way. Like, there's no difference.
The clip I wanted to show you, I couldn't find it. It was longer than that and more in depth. But that's the message, right? That, the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference, right? That's why the punishment Hashem gave to the snake in the garden was so severe, because he told the snake it's destined to eat the dust of the earth. You'd think that wouldn't be such a bad thing. There's dust everywhere. But he was essentially saying, you have everything you need. We are done. There's no us anymore. You're on your own, Mr. Snake. Right? Hashem was saying he was indifferent to the snake. He didn't want to have anything left to do with it. It has everything it needs. That's why the snake's punishment was perhaps the greatest punishment ever given out, arguably. And so King David is comforted by his corrections, no matter how severe and painful, because at the very least they mean that he's engaged in a true, deep relationship with Hashem. And that was his only desire, our only desire, that we are able to wholeheartedly accept any amount of punishment and pain with the simple, wholehearted faith at Tmimut, that ultimately it is for our good